With the recent passing of my dad, I was reminiscing, which you do. And one of the things I was thought about was films that we would have watched when we were young. And one of his favourite films was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So I bought it in 4K. So let's see how good it stands up to today. Welcome to Mad Marty Movie Reviews. Now, this film was released in 1977. It was Steven Spielberg's follow-up to his worldwide hit of Jaws. And it centres on kind of three separate storylines. We have Richard Dreyfuss as Roy Neary, who witnesses aliens, a close encounter of as a class the first kind. Cut to the government agency run by a Frenchman. I think the actor's called Francois Truffaut. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. And they've been finding physical things, so they actually find missing warplanes from the Second World War, and them looking like brand new. So they call that Close Encounter of the Second Kind.
Jack, tell me something. What the hell is happening here?
It's flight number 19.
19 what?
It's that training mission from the Naval Air Station at Fort Lauderdale. They were doing target runs on an old Hulk.
Who flies crates like these anymore?
No one. These planes were reported missing in 1945.
And they're all building up to where the Close Encounters of a Third Kind, where they actually make contact. You also have Linda Dillon, whose young son has been kind of targeted by these aliens as well. So they all kind of intertwine these stories. Now, Richard Dreyfuss' role is kind of unusual in a way, because he has to know what he's seen, and it doesn't seem to matter that he's destroying his family. And in the end, his wife leaves with his 3 children as he sits and searching for answers. And he has this thing in his mind, he doesn't know what it is, and he ends up making a huge model of a mountain inside his house. Doesn't know where it is, doesn't know what he's seeing, but he has to make this.
Walter. Devil's Tower, Wyoming was the first national monument erected in this country by Theodore Roosevelt in 1915.
At the same time, Melinda Dillon, whose son was taken. She's drawn the same mountain, and she doesn't know what it is. So, of course, the government agency, they get these coordinates from space, I assume. It shows them where this Close Encounter of the Third Kind, first contact's going to happen, which happens to be, of course, Devil's Mountain, which was a stunning looking mountain when you see it. Now, we've all probably seen this film over the years. It's been on TV. Of course, it's been released since 1977, so we've all seen it. But we haven't seen it as good as this now. This 4K really shone. There's parts of this film I don't even remember. Especially, there's some lovely guest appearances kind of in their early roles for some big actors. Lance Hendrickson went on to do Aliens, and of course now the late great Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed himself, and of course from Predator, a small role as a military guard. But Richard Dreyfuss and Melinda Dillon are both outstanding in this, and they really do carry the film. Now, the picture quality in this is fantastic. You can see they've done a great transfer of it. Dolby Vision really does bring out the colours. And you have 3 different versions of the same film in here. They're all more or less exactly the same, only a few minutes difference in them. I just watched the theatrical cut. Wasn't interested in the director's cut or the extended cut. As I say, there are only small amounts of differences in them. The sound, of course, is fantastic. The soundtrack was done by John Williams, who has done some fantastic things over the years. Now, he was nominated for an Oscar for this film. Lost out to Star Wars, which was alright because he'd done the soundtrack to that as well. So he had a busy in 1977. Special features in this are much of muchness. It's mostly Steven Spielberg 30 years later, featurette, trailers, photo galleries, deleted scenes. Interesting to watch, especially the amount of work went involved making this film. Now, my dad loved this film. I think it was kind of the mixture of, he always was very interested in space and aliens, and of course a great film. It had everything in it, especially, as you say, beautiful soundtrack, which what he loved the most, I think, out of this film. Well, it was nice to go back and watch it again. It was, it brought back memories, big memories. But this film is, I don't think it's aged at all, and this is the best you'll ever see it. Like, it's probably as good as it has been since it left the cinema. Not the crappy versions you would have seen on TV, or even the Blu-ray, which was very washed out. The picture quality in this is amazing, and is highly recommended. And it's on sale at the minute on Amazon. I think it's 2 for $30. I'll leave a wee link down in the description so you can check it out. So that's my review, and I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a wee thumbs up and leave a comment. If you've watched this film, what do you think of it, and what memories it brings back. So that's me. Thanks for watching, and I'll have another movie up soon. So thank you, and bye bye.